Hi guys. In this video, we're graphing systems of inequalities. It's just like graphing linear inequalities, but we're graphing more than one inequality in the same graph. I will color code this for you, so that way you know which line represents what. I'm going to do the first one with orange. So x is less than 6. So this is the x-axis. 6 is right there. 6 is right there. So I know that this is a vertical line. And I also know the less than is going to be a dotted line. And I'm going to shade below, or everything that is less than 6. So dotted line. And you're going to shade where it's less than 6. And this part right here is less than 6. Okay. Now the next one, I want to use green, and that's going to be this one. But it's not in y equals mx plus b form yet, so it's not ready to be graphed. So right here off to the side, I'm going to put that in slope-intercept form so I can easily graph. So minus x on both sides, that will leave me just y is greater than negative x plus 4. So I'm going to graph that line. So the y-intercept is 4. Y-intercept is 4 right there. The slope is negative 1. Go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, all the way to the end. Or, just make a couple dots right there. Here, dotted line, and you're going to shade above. So dotted line right there. And you're going to shade above the line. So all of this right here is promising. And then after we have all three linear inequalities graphed, we're going to talk about what the answer is and what it means. So one more. So the next one, I'm going to use blue. You can barely see, but it's blue right here. So blue, it is not in the slope-intercept form. So I'm going to do just that. So minus x on both sides. I have 2y is less than negative x plus 8. Now you divide everybody by 2. So your slope right here is negative 1 over 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay. So your line is right there at 4. And the slope is negative 1, right 2. Negative 1 over 2. So you go down 1. You go over 2. Down 1 over 2. Also a dotted line. And you're going to shade below. Okay, this is the blue line. And below the blue line is everything right here. Okay. What does all this mean? So the answer or the solution to this system of inequalities right here is the area where all of them intersect. All of them overlap right there. You can tell that it's darker than everything. So that right there, that's going to be your solution to your system. That means everything in any point that lands on that really dark area, that's your solution. That's your answer to your system. So we're going to write answer right there. So your final answer to this system of inequalities is that region right there where all three of them overlap. I'm going to use the same colors. I'm going to start out with orange. I definitely need to put this in slope-intercept form so I can graph. So minus x on both sides. That will leave me with negative 3y is greater than negative x minus 9. Now be careful here because you're about to divide by negative 3. And every time you multiply or divide by a negative, you need to switch the inequality sign. So divide by negative 3. That will leave you with 1/3 x. Negative 9 divide by negative 3 is positive 3. So it's going to be a dotted line. And you're going to shade below. So your line is right there. Up 1/3. Shade below. And as you get better at graphing, if you want to just graph your final solution, that's fine too. But, just so you know, this is the thought process. It's the area where all three of them overlap. So starting on the second inequality. So I have 4x minus y is greater than 4. So minus 4x on both sides. Negative y is greater than negative 4 plus 4. Divide everybody by negative 1. Remember to switch the inequality sign right here because you're dividing by this negative 1 that you have here. So negative 4x divided by negative 1 is positive 4x. 4 divided by negative 1 is negative 4. Your line is going to be dotted, and you're going to shade below. So start at negative 4, go up 4/1. Shade below. One more. So this one is going to be blue. So I have x plus 2y is greater than negative 2, minus x on both sides. I have 2y is greater than negative x minus 2. Then you divide everybody by 2, you get y is greater than, notice that I'm not switching the inequality sign because this 2 is positive, okay? So negative 1/2x minus 1 because negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And that's the the line I'm going to graph. Negative 1 right there. Go down 1/2. Down 1/2. And it's going to be a dotted line. And you're going to shade above. and this line is blue. So when you're shading above, at this point, you're looking for the area where all three inequalities overlap. And they all overlap right here in this area. It's not always going to be the triangle in the middle. Okay? So this region right here, that's the area where they overlap. I could just go back and use all my highlighters again. But here, that way it's obvious to you that this is the region where all three of them overlap. Therefore, this is your area where all the points would be part of the answer. I'll see you next time.